What's up guys, I'm Vince and this is Vince Ventures. This is a story of how my brother and I decided to drive our late grandfather's 1996 Renault Megane to the North Cape, Europe's most northern point accessible by car. If you are new to this channel, I'm sharing my adventures, travel experiences and beautiful trips on this platform to provide recommendations and ideas in case you are planning a similar trip, or maybe you just want to watch some different landscapes and escape from reality. This is just a hobby, but over the last years a lot of people asked me about my trips, so I thought I'd just share them here. If you already watched the last videos, shout out to my few loyal subscribers. Thank you so much for sticking around and supporting me. In the last video you have seen us driving the spectacular Atlantic Ocean road, visiting Trondheim on a warm summer evening and going to hell. Yes, you heard it right, hell. If you want to know what I'm talking about, go have a look at my last video. As always on this trip, I woke up early and we had breakfast. As we started packing our car, I saw an alarmingly large puddle under the car. I put my finger in it and it wasn't super clear, but so was the road. So I wasn't sure if we lost coolant or oil or both, or maybe nothing. My brother and I are both obviously no mechanics, but the car had troubles overheating before, so we were a little bit unsettled. We googled the next workshop, but it was Sunday and everything was closed on this day. Nevertheless, we started driving to the next town and hoped that maybe one workshop would be opened. On the way down, the temperature gauge went up and down and we stopped at a supermarket to investigate further. I laid down beneath the car and caught some drops of fluid with a tissue. Luckily it was clear, so our best case scenario came true and the puddle under the car was a vast amount of condensation because of the low temperatures at night. We continued our drive and then we realized that the temperature gauge was so weird before because we were going downhill, the engine not on a load, so not really getting warm. As I said, we are no mechanics and it was a bit unsettling, but luckily our late grandfather's car was as trusty as on the days before. We had a rather long drive ahead of us to the city of Mo i Rana, so nearly 6 hours, 400 kilometers and no special sights on the way. After 3 hours of beautiful landscape passing by, we reached the gate to Nord Norway. We took a rest, cooked some of our bagged soup, took some photos and met a lovely older couple from Germany. They told us that we were super lucky regarding the weather. They just came back from the Lofoten Islands and 2 weeks prior they had 5 degrees and rain at the same point. We were sitting now in t-shirts and enjoying the sun. But we were going to realize soon that the weather can change fast, as we nearly had to turn around right before reaching the North Cape because of a strong storm coming in. But on that more in the upcoming videos. In Mo i Rana we stopped for fuel, learned that you can't just buy the special beer that you see after a certain time in Norway, so we didn't get any and started looking for a camping spot. After a bit of driving and nearly driving into Sweden, we found a nice spot at a beautiful glassy lake. The ground was a bit rocky and here we had our first encounter with a really simple toilet house, so a hole in the ground, but we were tired from looking for a better spot. So we put up our tent, enjoyed the sunset and had dinner while getting bitten by hundreds of mosquitoes, so don't forget your insect repellent. The view was nevertheless again extraordinary and I had a good night of sleep. Although the day was not packed with sightseeing, it was just nice driving through the beautiful Norwegian landscapes and getting closer and closer to our final destination. I hope you enjoyed this episode, and as always, I put the link to the places we visited down in the description box below. Join us in the next video where we finally enter the Arctic Circle, visit the Arctic Circle Center and make our way to Narvik. Thank you so much for watching, and if you liked this video, please leave a like, comment and subscribe, and see you next week.